How you doing, folks? I hope everybody can hear me. New England Truth, hanging out. I'm going to try to do this every Friday night. Do a little give and take, conversate, see where things go. Give me some ones to let me know that you can hear me. Hello, how are you? I see somebody, safety man. How are you, sir? Thanks for checking in. We got any ones? Thank you, one. Thank you, sir. Hey, John Valor, how are you? G. Godo, how are you? SWA, writer. Hold on, slow down, guys. Angie, King Duo, King Ono. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you for the ones. I appreciate it. Everybody can hear me. What's up? Basically, I wanted to get together and have a discussion on Friday nights now that I got some subscribers. I appreciate your support. Thank you, sir. Joseph. Hey, Willie. Fair Shake. I missed one there. Magnetite. Fighting the Good Fight. Love your videos. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We're going to try to do this every Friday night. Hold on. SWA Peters. Like SWAT. All right. So I just want to check in and say thank you to all my subscribers, first of all. South Carolina, what's up? Willie, what's up? Wally, what's up? All my subscribers and supporters for my channel. I want to have a discussion on Friday nights to discuss, I don't know, an open forum, and I'm going to create an agenda every Friday night and try to post a heads up about what that agenda is, and we'll discuss it, kind of like what everybody else is doing, but my concept is to agree to disagree. I think that we should be open towards every viewpoint and try to learn from it and get better collectively as a unit. That's the kind of person I've always been. So the first thing on my agenda tonight is I wanted to talk to people about my videos because, you know, I've made a lot of videos. What's up, Patrick? How are you, buddy? What's up, John Valor? I'm sorry, I missed a couple names there, like 20 or 30. We've got 30 people watching now, so I appreciate it. Patrick again. Paul Flynn, how are you? So I just wanted to say that on my videos, you know, what's my intent? Why are people doing these kinds of things? Why do auditors do what they do? Well, I can tell you that for me personally, I'm doing this because I lost my job. I lost my career. I was violated at a job in the performance of my duties. And even though I was completely innocent, I lost my job and I lost my career, so I had consequences. So I took the case to trial as a pro se attorney. And yes, you can say you are an attorney. That's one of my topics for discussion today. Labels. You know, who is an attorney? Who isn't an attorney? Who is a journalist? Who isn't a journalist? These are discussions, or these are topics for all of us to discuss, because as we've seen in society today, people are getting arrested for auditing. Padilla, Mexican Padilla, got arrested and convicted for auditing, basically for disorderly conduct. So was that relative to extenuating circumstances, or was that relative to current law, what he was doing? And that's what we need to disseminate. So my purpose, what I do this for is because I lost my job, and I believe that hypocrisy is terrible in our society. And if somebody's going to suffer a consequence, then maybe we should put some transparency on it and make it better. We got to make things better. I have misquoted law on my videos. I have misquoted people. I've misquoted myself. I make a lot of mistakes as an auditor. And I really get frustrated when it comes to people talking about other auditors and what they should or should not do. All right. People should do whatever they feel they need to do to support the community in whatever way they can. Some are limited, some are not. Some are confident in certain regards and some are not in other regards. You know, I'm not perfect. But I wanted to clarify a couple of things about some of the things that I've said, misquoted, okay? And yes, there are certain laws that we as auditors can use. I've talked about Glick v. Cuniff in my area. And in certain areas in your appellate court, whatever it is, you need to do the research. In your appellate court, it could be something else, you know? You need to find out what appellate court covers your specific state. I Google it, you know, New York is kind of covered under the same area, Connecticut and Mass. They kind of assume those laws. So Glick v. Cuniff is mine. Make sure you check out your area. But in a federal sense, if your rights are violated, if you've been arrested, what's up, Hawk? How you doing, buddy? If your rights are violated, what's up, Nathan? You have every right, based on our Constitution, to recourse your government. I don't care what the prosecution in Houston, Texas has said recently. Fuck him, okay? This is to you, sir. Fuck you. Because we as a people have a right to address you. You little cross-eyed, four-eyed freak. If you want to call us out as auditors, I'm going to call you out as a prosecutor because I have seen so much prosecutorial misconduct. You're a joke, okay? From Texas. What's up, Poland? Poland, Warsaw, Poland? Wow. How are you? It's real clear in our Constitution. You have the right, not just the right to redress your government, you have actually the obligation as a citizen. And those that don't know where that is in our Constitution, reread it. So, we've got Title 42, Section 1985 and 1983. I've talked a lot about that. I misquoted it. I've also misquoted sections Title 241 and 242, and I've confused the two in my videos. Hey, what's up there, Chris W? Nathan, what's up, Quartz? What's up, Quartz? Yes, I've misquoted things because when the adrenaline kicks in, Warsaw, New York, I'm sorry. Hey, Alex Smith. When the adrenaline kicks in as an auditor, when you're out there and you're trying to do the things and maybe you're new. We've got 55 people watching. Thanks for everybody for checking in. If you're new, you're nervous and you're going to make mistakes. What I want to say to all the new auditors out there, and I'm kind of new too, to be honest with you, it's okay. It's all right. Fuck all the people that are trying to make you feel like shit about making mistakes, okay? Fuck all the trolls. Do your thing. Find your way. If I can say anything, and it's not criticism, it's a suggestion, is to try to do it with tact, class, maturity, so that you're not perceived as just a complete idiot. What's up, Graham? If anybody has watched Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze, when I do auditing, I try to kind of emulate that. There's a time where you've got to ramp it up, but don't do it before that time. And I've made mistakes in that regard too. Don't get me wrong. So let me clarify that there are certain codes. There is a federal scenario, federal venue for you as an auditor. If you have been violated, you can do it under where you don't have any money, you don't have to pay any money. Just go down to your local federal government lawsuit area and just look it up. In Springfield, it's 300 State Street. It's easy. You can be broke and it doesn't cost you anything. Indigent is the term. Does the government understand the meaning of what?
Revolution.
Of revolution. Well, revolution, hey Vic, what's up, Vic? Mike, South Carolina. Kevin, what's up, Kev? Rick, what's up, Rick? Hey, Bev, how are you? Rick, Bev, great supporter. Joe Cool, what up, Joe Cool? So if you're indigent and you don't have any money, government is an ideology. I grit it. Yes, Nate. Yes, but you know, when I talk to people now, I wanted to say something to Mexican Padilla, and I love you, Mexican Padilla, because you have the intensity that I kind of have. I just try to polish when I get into a court of law, because what happens is, you've heard the term, you can't fight City Hall, right? Okay, well, you can't. But you got to play their game. You got to know how to play their game. You can't play your game in their world because you're going to lose. So you got to be kind of go with the flow when you get into the system in order to change the system. If you just say he didn't have a lawyer, I know, and I encouraged him to do a pro se. I spoke with Mexican Padilla prior to that. We communicated. And I tried to, I can't give legal advice and take anything monetary, but I can give legal advice as much as I feel freely. But I encouraged him to do a pro se. I did. And I feel kind of bad now because he lost. And all I can say is when you get into a court of law, you have to remember that it's their system, not yours. You're just one person out of 1,000 every week, maybe. Go along, figure it out. Be smart. And get in there and use your personality with knowledge and articulation to beat that case. Because it's not going to work if you go, fuck you, judge. Fuck you, judge. Fuck you, prosecutor. Although I've done that in my own way, passive aggressively. In a court of law, you have to follow within the constraints that are in place because they're not going to change until you change them within those constraints. I don't know if that makes any sense. And I know that it may feel to some people you're compromising yourself. I get it. I get it. I feel like that too. But you have to be true to yourself in the end. In order to do that, you have to play the game. So, I want to talk about those sections. Title 42, U.S. Code 1985-1983, the conspiracy therein. And yes, I misquoted it to all you trolls out there. I apologize to anybody. Please don't take legal advice from me. Please don't take legal advice from me. I'm not an attorney. I'm a pro se attorney. I find something that's wrong. I bite into it. There's a Rottweiler moving the camera. I bite into it. I do my due diligence. And I try to win. And at the end of the day, what I have found, it's really about how you present yourself in a court of law. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Shelia. Steve Pinder, hey, I did a notice about you once, just so you know. There's a lot of numbers on that name. Kevin, what's up, Kev? Vic, again. Pikes Pete, auditors, you've been in the news limelight a lot. Graham, Rick D. Sorry, just trying to get some love here. Joe Vineyard.
Win-lose record.
Citizens on Patrol. Shelly Jones. All right, so Anyways, keep this going. Hey, Bev, again, trader, Grim Reaper, Graham Goutard. Sorry if I pronounced those names wrong. So I just wanted to talk about those things, okay? You can fight every case that you have. Speeding tickets, disorderly, interfering. It doesn't matter if I play the game. I go in there, I do whatever it takes, and I file the motions, and I try to be as humble as I can to win over the judge. Think about that. I try to win over the judge because the prosecution has to listen to the judge. So maybe that's not right. I don't know. I'm trying to do the best I can. I also want to talk about when I'm out doing audits. People have criticized me a lot for not following through, not getting arrested. Okay. My goal is not to get arrested. If your goal is to get arrested every single time you go out, you'll be in court so much you'll never have time to do audits. I'm not trying to get arrested. I'm doing everything to try to get the information out there without getting arrested, and then use the law to impact it in a greater way. Okay? I'm not trying to make money. I'm not trying to get rich off of lawsuits. New York State police officer recently said that judges do favor the prosecution. Who was that? Hold on. Yes, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There's absolutely no way for a judge to be objective completely if they work with the prosecution day in, day out, case by case, boom, 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 boom. Objectivity, gone. Okay? 100% right. So when you go there as a pro se litigant, Mexican Padilla, you have to win them over in a superfluous sense. You have to go over the top. For example, and I know that sounds like you're kissing ass. I get it. I don't care. I want to win. If I'm going to kiss ass, I'm going to kiss ass to beat that prosecution, to beat that cop that violated my civil rights. And then if the judge doesn't do what he's supposed to do, well, then I'll take that to a different level. But for now, I'm going to try to win over that judge. But I wanted to talk about being arrested, and I kind of lost my way. If I am out on an audit, my goal is not to be arrested. My goal is to bring the information out and to try to educate people on what they should or should not do. Sometimes that's by my own mistakes. I'm a humble guy. I make mistakes every day. And I'm not perfect. I'm not better than anybody. I don't proclaim to be, I've been beat down in life too many times to be that arrogant. But my passion is real. So I'm not going to get arrested unless I have to, but I will for the cause. Well, let me read some of these chats. It is, but a judge can make a decision, right? Let me clarify something. You can be at a district court. A judge can make a decision, just like in my case, right? I won a number of cases, pro se. And a judge can say, hey, you're guilty, like with Mexican Padilla. A Mexican Padilla can appeal that decision. Mexican Padilla can put that judge on trial in an appellate court, in a sense. They are all from the same bar, which is why I don't agree with people who say you got to be a bar associated person to be an attorney. Let me tell you something. Some of the best attorneys in our history of mankind were not bar associated or college educated individuals. Did you know that? They never took the bar exam. Look it up. Some of our most prominent people in our history. And I'm not putting myself in their level. I'm not. Trust me. I'm a piece of sand in the ocean. I'm nothing. Those people are famous, amazing people, okay? I'm one small person trying to make a difference in my own small way. But I'm going to tell you something. You don't have to be an attorney. You can fight the fight. I have proven it. That's my point here. I have proven it. I don't care what the trolls say. I don't care what all these people say. I have proven it. You can win. In a court of law. You just have to learn to fit within those constraints that they have and follow that to the fruition. Sometimes you got to play the game. All right. You know, the evaluation of auditors, how aggressive we should be, I wanted to talk about. And I hope people do. I'm going to try to read the chats during this. Yeah, 1 out of 25,000 cases, but maybe it shouldn't be. Maybe if we all fought, it wouldn't be 1 out of 25,000. Maybe if we all fought and said, I'm going to sit on my couch and I'm going to pay that speeding ticket because I don't want to fight the system or that disorder, that impeding or that whatever breach of peace, whatever bullshit charge you have. If you fought it, don't pay attorney. Because the attorney, I don't want to pay all the $2,500. Don't do a pro se because, I'm afraid. No, fight it. We have a system set up for us to use that venue to fight it. Even if the prosecution's a dick, because they are. Every prosecutor I've ever met so far has been a dick. They've supported the police. Blindly. Lady Liberta, Lady Justita, your Greek goddess Dyke is not blindfolded, and she should be.
I should know. No.
Right. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When you take the day off from work, you're supporting your country. When you lose money because you're fighting against the system, you're supporting your country. I'm not a nationalist. I'm not a, whatever. I'm just a person in the United States of America, citizen, and I believe in the United States of America. And the money does affect you. And that's not fair to us. All of a sudden the police officer can stop you and immediately fear pumps through your chest. You have no idea what you did wrong. You just know it's going to cost you some money. Maybe your freedom. So, what do? You surrender right away. And what I'm trying to tell people to do is not surrender. If it costs money, pay it. Take the day off work. Make a difference. Paul Eddy. So, it's about doing the right thing. It's about being an American. It's about redressing our government. It's about making things right. And I'm not trying to prophesize and be all this grandiose kind of person. I'm not trying to do that. Trust me. I have had positions in my life where I've been in charge of many people. I don't care. I care about the truth. And, the DA, this is what bugged me the most was the DA in, I think it was Texas, Houston, Texas, that called out auditors. I just, I don't want that to be an influence. I want us to stand strong against that. Don't let Mexican Padilla, his adversity influence us. We have to stay strong as a people because we are strong. And this cause is too strong. It's bigger than one person. It's bigger than me, that's for sure. So, my evaluation of me as an auditor, my goals, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep doing it, folks. I'm gonna keep fighting the fight. I don't care. All your criticism, I'm gonna get better. And hopefully this cause will come true where we as a people and the police officers, our Constitution will come together. Maybe we'll find some kind of harmony. I don't know. 60 people watching. I appreciate 62. I appreciate every one of you. And I don't want to take up a lot of your time. There's a lot of people that are live tonight. It's been 26 minutes. Does anybody have anything they want to say? I'm going to leave the, oh, I missed a lot of texts here. Oops. Oh, I'm so sorry. Willem, how are you? Mr. Raz. Scott Haskin. Hey, Scott, how are you, buddy? Thank you for donating to the cause. Anybody wants to donate, the links are in my other videos. Ray, how are you? So we'll leave it open. Anybody have any questions? Anybody want to talk about anything? Yes, attorneys, I believe, do rob us. I believe that the attorneys, in a sense, work with the prosecution. They have to work with them too. What's my win-loss record in any court? Baba Booey, I can tell you that when I've been pro se, as my own attorney, I've never lost. Check it out. As a matter of fact, I took Wells Fargo and Chase Manhattan through the court system for like 8 years in a scenario. And I still walked away with a check. And I got video to prove it. So when it comes to pro se, I've never lost because I fight it. I show up for every court appearance. I'm dressed to impress. I'm ready to fight a battle. It's not a game, it's a battle. And every action, whether I'm joking, I'm laughing or whatever, I'm actually serious. They don't know that. So News Now Houston. You know, I kind of want to stay away from News Now Houston. Yes, pro say how many cases? 6, 7. You know, some of the bank cases in the Hartford Superior Court were separate cases. There was 3 different dockets in the Hartford Superior Court. Do you count them as one or not? I don't know. There was 2 criminal cases in Belchertown, Mass. A couple of small claims courts cases that I won pro se. So I don't know how do you calculate all that. So, but yeah, pro se definitely is the way to go. Save the money on the attorney. Do your research. Do your due diligence. But definitely an attorney is going to go to court every day too. And they're going to be in all these district courts, all these county courts. So guess what? They're going to get to know the prosecutor. They're going to make a deal with the prosecutor one day. And guess what? He owes them the next day. So you can give your money to an attorney. Maybe they are totally against that prosecutor and you get lucky. I don't know. The problem is you don't know. So my suggestion is, if you can't figure it out, represent your fucking self. And even if you have a consequence like Mexican Padilla, and I love Mexican Padilla because he's hardcore, he's streets. He did what he felt it was right, and I support him, and I love him for it. He gets my respect. Mad props. I don't know about News Now Houston. I'm going to tell you something. He did something that he believes was wrong in the past. He admitted it. He did time for it. Now, I don't have those kind of issues. I have issues. I have personal issues like everybody else. We all have issues. And I've done my time for those issues 30-something years ago. And I know that people can change. I also know that if somebody did something that horrific, they should be held fucking accountable. That's it. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't have the facts. Even if somebody's convicted, is it really truth that they were wrong? Because we see people all the time, 20, 30 years later, being released. DNA proves that they were innocent. But if there's a preponderance of evidence, and if I saw the evidence and I spoke to the individual, I've never spoken to News Now Houston. He might be a great guy, and I think he's an amazing guy. Yeah. Super chat. Who did a super chat? Things that make you, what does that say?
Things that make you go, huh?
Things that make you go, huh?
What is it?
Hey, wasn't that Milli Vanilli? Weren't they fake?
They have a question. What is it?
Oh, no, that was Marky Mark and the Fresh Bunch. I mean, things that make you go, Sorry, go ahead.
They want to know what a cheap camera setup.
Hey, I'm sorry.
They're thinking about getting a $100 iPhone SE.
Yay, I'm sorry. I bought this phone at Walmart. I lost my job because a police officer decided that he wanted to arrest the general manager of a restaurant because I asked him to move his car. I don't want to keep harping on it. I've said this, I've done videos about it. I don't want to keep harping on it. I'm here as an individual, 72 people watching. Hello, everybody. I'm here because that individual violated my civil rights. I asked him to move his car. He assaulted me and then arrested me. I lost my job. I lost my career. Now I'm on unemployment. I'm sorry. That's the truth. So no, I don't have big phones, big cameras, big this, big that. I've lost my home in Connecticut, as I've stated in videos. This is not a joke for me. I lost my career, I lost my job, I lost my home, I lost my car, I lost everything. And I'm going to keep fighting because the truth is the truth. So, hey, what's up, Dave? What's up, Sheila Jones, Charlene? Hey, Scott again, Roy. Boys be only the lonely. What part of the country do you believe is the most corrupt? Massachusetts! 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 These fuckers take your money and your life. And that is the original state in the history, in my mind, of our country, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And even though they were supposedly democratic, progressive, liberal, fuck you, Mass. Fuck you, Mass. I owe you so much money in traffic shit, I'll never fucking pay you. Never fucking pay you. Civil disobedience is a legal term and created by some very intelligent people. So, yeah, I have a bullshit camera setup because I'm doing my best. And thank you to all those that donate. And I've never procured or been an e-beggar. I will do whatever it takes. I'll eat dirt on my way to an audit if I have to. And I hate people who accuse everybody and lump everybody in that lump sum that we're all fucking e-beggars, okay? We're not. There's some good people in this community that actually believe in what they're saying. I'm sorry fighting a good fight. Leon Valley, the new Leon Valley should be around Texas. They should really go to Houston somewhere where this prosecutor, this DA, $40, tie the E-S-E-K. Hey, you're awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Card Crush, how are you? Bacon stuffed donut. News Now Patrick, not News Now Patrick. Swedish crowns. Anyways, thank you for all your support. 66 people still watching. Ooh, I don't like that number. Somebody get off or somebody get on. So we're just having a debate, just a talk. I'm trying to read the chats as best as I can. Apparently I need glasses, having too much to drink today. Hold on, let me use the Jaeger bomb. Hey, I got cut off on a channel for drinking one time. That's a Jaeger bomb. Compliments, my brother Paul. So, cheers. Cheers, the elf. Thank you for your donation again. And I appreciate it. And all the money that's given to me, it's not going to go to a new shirt. It's going to go to new equipment. It's going to go to the gas that it takes to drive where I got to go tomorrow, like Peaksville, New York, which is an hour and a half away. Okay? Shh, don't tell anybody. Oops. So, yeah, we'll be driving, salute to you too. Bacon stuff. I love that name, Bacon Stuffed Donut. So yeah, all the money that's donated, I appreciate it. We reinvest that. I've always believed, even in business, when I ran businesses, I've always believed in reinvesting money, a percentage of that money. Every business algorithm, every business plan has that kind of concept where a certain percentage has to be reinvested, okay? And I do appreciate it. I really do. So for those out there, all the trolls that are asking about, News Now Houston, all you guys, William Shakespeare said something very profound. My favorite quote probably of all time. To thine own self be true. When it comes to what I'm doing in life, have you ever heard of the concept voluntarism? Voluntarism. It kind of says, in the universe, I'm going to be me and I'm going to take care of me and I'm going to be accountable to me. And I'm going to be, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And that's the kind of way I live my life. I don't look at people like News Now Houston as the anticipus of the auditing community. There's nobody in my mind that's a president, that's a vice president, that's a secretary. There's no community. There's no RICO Act that can get enacted against the community because of that. My name used to be News Now New England. When I started this channel, it was News Now New England. I changed it not because of anything to do with News Now Houston. I changed it because of the RICO Act. I didn't want to be associated with anything when everybody gets together. Just in case, CYA, cover your ass. The first thing I learned in restaurant management when I used to run restaurants, cover your ass. So, hey, thank you for that donation. Charlene, 7394. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate it. William, how are you, sir? Twisted Sister, check it out. 71 people watching. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Broad Sword, how are you? Roy, how are you? I got people over here doing shots, and I'm over here, trying to pontificize about life. So, so for those of you that, that are in the auditing community that are new, I wanted to say something to you also. Was made up by a monk, oppressive behavior disorder with that. Okay, I believe it. I want all the new auditors out there. If you start to feel criticized by either or an existing auditor or a troll, or your comments from other auditors, please do not let that diminish your ability or your passion. Please. If you see a consistency or a trend, maybe you want to do something about it, that's up to you. That's what I do. If I see somebody say, hey, your intros, hey, Denise Lynn, how are you? Thank you, Denise Lynn, appreciate that. Quad A, what's up? I'm keeping up the good fight as best I can, sir. So if you are new and that's where you're at, just let it happen. Let it happen and adjust as you feel necessary and let fruition take its place. Because at the end of the day, if your passion is true, it'll work out. You will become the person that is a professional, articulate, well-groomed auditor. And I'm not there. Let me explain something to you. This is not me saying I'm that kind of person. Okay. I'm humble enough to know that I suck, okay? I get too emotional. I start swearing. I start calling names. That doesn't legitimize the cause. That only exemplifies my passion and my aggravation or aggression towards those people. And I do have resentments. I need to disseminate between those two. I need to be a professional in order to make change. So I need to get better. This is not about you. It's about me. One of the greatest, I don't know about that. But I can tell you that I want to be good. I want to be true. I want to seek the truth. And when I say, my name is New England Truth, and I want it to be truth because, a lot of times I've said, advocacy will carry you through, you're right. When it comes to the truth, I don't want to misrepresent myself. Hey, Milliam. I want to be, everything I say, I want to be real. I want it to be the right thing. So when I make a mistake, I want to say it like, if I'm on the highway and I think I might be wrong, I'm going to say, I think I'm wrong. Or I might be wrong. To me, that's transparency on my part. And people will beat up on me and say, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have. Okay. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, okay? I'm in the here and now. And the here and now says that I don't want to get arrested, I want to do the right thing, I want to bring some knowledge, and I want to be a good person. And I fall short of that. But I'm going to get better with your comments, with things like this back and forth. There's so many different styles. Everybody is different, which is why everybody needs to find their own path. And nobody should be criticizing and making a platform of criticism to make money. Okay, I don't want my platform to be me criticizing you so that I can make money. My job is to be me and learn and get better as me. And that's the only thing that frustrates me in this community is when other people criticize other auditors. I don't know what situation they're in. I don't know what, I love everybody. If you're hitting that like button, you're a good person. If you're watching right now, you're a good person. I don't care if you're a hater. And Bev Trader, you're so right. Everybody's different. And I appreciate everybody. Stop in ID states is confusing. Ohio should not be a stop in ID state. I believe it's 100 miles within the border. Check that the laws. Ohio, I'm trying to think geography, I'm not that good, but I'm pretty sure you're safe in Ohio. Please check that, okay? The Buckeyes, I think, maybe parts of it, but I think it's 100 miles within the borders. No? Denise Lynn, is it 200? Massachusetts, again, 100 miles within the border. Check your state laws, but I believe it's 100 miles within the state borders, within the country. And you still need RAS, that's right. You still need reasonable, articulate suspicion, Terry v. Ohio. Terry v. Ohio, okay? So you got a bunch of laws out there that I've quoted, and I just want to be clear. Terry v. Ohio, okay? They got to know. They got to have some kind of suspicion. They can't just say jam you up, okay? You've got Glick v. Cuniff, okay? We can, in this area, photograph public servants in the course of their duties, okay? Okay. Houston v. Hill, okay, that's a Supreme Court law. You can swear at a police officer in the course of their duties. You cannot, in that cursing, impede their abilities to do their job, however. Okay, that's where the ambiguity gets in, and that's where in a court of law you need to be able to articulate that. And if you don't have video, you can get jammed up. That's where if you don't have video, the police officers are most likely going to win. So, does that include what? I'm trying to flip through your comments. Hold on one second, folks, here. Thanks for the info. Illinois loves to try that. There is a new law in Indiana within the last couple of years that if your civil rights are being violated, you're actually allowed to. Thank you for the $10 donation there. Look at you go. So proud of you, brother. Warfighter Racing. Hey, hold on a second. Warfighter Racing sent me my first like GoPro scenario. Amazing. Didn't know the guy, don't know the guy. Just randomly sent me something through the mail. Pay for everything. Warfighter Racing, nothing to do with it, but just a supporter of the cause. Love you, bro. Thank you very much. Really meant a lot to me from a sentimental sense, okay? Appreciate it. Indiana had a law that was enacted in reference to the civil rights. Thank you for the question, Nathan. Where it said, how did you get your address? I gave it to him. Indiana had a law that said that you can actually not just assault a police officer for violating your civil rights, but kill a police officer, which I thought was kind of weird. That we as a people have to make a law that says you can kill a police officer. And of course, if they're violating your civil rights, that's just, where are we going that we're making laws about that? Not completely correct. Why don't you clarify for me so that I can expand on that? I'm not from Indiana, so I don't want to misquote. Please correct me, Nathan. Nathan, go ahead and type it in, the correct law. I know there's an allocation for retaliation against police department if they violate your civil rights up to and including death to that police officer. So what am I wrong in? Please clarify. 100 miles police action is possible. That's right. Thank you, Roy. You should be free to travel anywhere through the United States. However, the Patriot Act has made that defunct. My opinion on trespass. Trespass, you have to be asked to leave. In some cases, it's twice in writing. In some cases, in certain states, it's, they have to tell you once. Make sure you check your local laws. But yes, they are using trespassing, but that doesn't matter. Go wherever you outside of the area and still film. Mr. Raz. Oh, I love that name. Mr. Raz or harass. Oh, I love that. Any person shall arrest another when he has reasonable grounds to believe that the offense other than an ordinance violation is being committed. Hey, brother. Lenny D. Wingnut, what's up? Coziness, what's up? Steve Kruger, what's up? So, yeah, you can continue to fight those things. Trespassing, all those things. That's going to happen. Interfering, it's going to happen. Shit happens. Aaron, how are you? You have to learn those laws in your specific states, and then the appellate part of it. You have to, if it goes past the state, where's it going to go? I got a situation with the captain of a New York State trooper barracks that, who do I file a complaint against with him? They can't trespass your eyes from sidewalk. That's right. Open in public. Hey, San Diego. Shit happens. Yeah. A box of chocolates, But you got to fight the fight. You got to stay in the fight. And I know on Friday nights what I'm going to try to do on Friday nights at 8 o'clock till about, it's been about 2 hours now, till about 10 o'clock. I'm going to try to bring as much information as I can. I'm going to try to bring documents to show you certain laws in this area or in your area. I want to create an agenda. Anybody that wants to incorporate certain questions, I would like you to email them at Tyrone, Tyrone, DDY at AOL. All right? Tyrone, Tyrone, DDY at AOL. Hey, James. And what I'll do is I'll try to answer those questions as best as I can. I'll try to do the research. I'll try to bring them up in the forum and let other people answer them, whatever it is. We'll try to get those questions answered. That's what I want to do with this forum. I want it to be an agree to disagree, open forum, try to get better and learn more in this forum. I don't want to fight. I don't want to talk about drama. We need more female auditors. Yeah. It brings more attention. I'm sorry. I can't tell you about what I've done a lot in my past, but I can tell you that I was in the adult industry for a little while, and sex sells. Sex sells. So if it's about getting the message across, and if it takes female auditors or whatever, I don't care. Whatever it takes. I don't care if you get the like button, if you got big boobs, if you don't have big boobs. I don't care. As long as the message, I heard poster 7 doesn't apply to auditors. Is that true? The truth sells too. Hold on, who said that? Mr. Raz. Truth sells too. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Well said. In this day and age, what the well said too, Roy. In this day and age, yeah. How do you be chauvinistic? How do you be sexist? How do you be, it sucks. It sucks selling out. Like you feel like you're selling out. I get it. I get it. So, for those that want to check in, we'll be here every Friday night. I'm going to try to do it every Friday night at 8 o'clock. Hopefully we have better equipment. And hopefully we bring a message. We bring some information to you. I apologize if I've offended anybody. I apologize if I took too long, or if You know, it's going to be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, just to be clear. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And I appreciate everybody's support. Anybody wants to get questions, please submit it to that email address, all right? I love you all. I'll talk to you soon, folks. You guys have a good night. Be safe this weekend. I'll be heading to Peaksville, New York tomorrow, do some audits. We'll see how it goes. All right? New England Truth signing out. Talk to you soon, folks.